Okay, let's get started with today's episode 97, which is another comment that I wanted to share with you guys today that I received on my channel, and I really appreciate that this person spent so much time giving their thoughts about money and budgets, and has a really good thought process about money, and it goes like this. The comment said, I think most of us have impulsive buying behavior because we're mostly struggling to make ends meet. Then we feel we just need to give ourselves something just for the sake of it, to have a palpable feeling that you're not just working to pay bills. I've been tricking myself into buying space in my savings account, and with a little effort, my brain is starting to believe that I'm buying something. And that's the first thing I do when I receive payment or get paid. My friend suggested to me to write little cards and store them in a box, as if I had bought them. That way, I could have a dopamine kick and read them when I count my savings in the future. I think that's a pretty good suggestion, he says. And I wrote back and I said, you know what? We all need to trick our brains in a certain way to relearn something. Because when money starts coming in the door, and it will, for many of you as you get older, as you start making more money, you're going to remember or come back to these episodes of ASMR Money Mentor, and you're going to remember that you need to tell that money where to go and not just exist and spend all your money and be impulsive. And now, as this comment mentioned, again, we have to rethink how we feel, because again, most of us are trying to make ends meet, and you guys know I was trying to make ends meet for so many years. It's part of who I was. It's a part of who I am, and I'll look back on those years as I was very proud of myself, even though it was a struggle. I was proud that I finally got wise to money and I started doing the right things. And yes, I do agree that we want to reward ourselves. We're working all the time. We get paid, we pay our bills, and we do feel like we just have to give ourselves something for the sake of having that great feeling. And I love that this person said that he wants to buy space in his savings account. So I think that what that means is, as you are making money and you decide to put it in a savings account, or maybe it's even in an investment account, you have to start telling your brain that you are buying security. Your brain needs to start thinking that security is more important than material items. And it takes a long time sometimes for some people, right, to flip that switch. And sometimes people never flip the switch. They just continue to buy and spend, and they have credit card debt. They have to work into their 40s and their 50s and their 60s and their 70s. They never get a break. Maybe they wake up at 58 years old like I am right now, and they've got $50,000, $60,000 of debt. They have a $200,000 mortgage. They've got college loans. They've got kids to put through college, and they have not really done a good job of managing their money over time, because they always felt like they deserved to give themselves something. So I love this idea. I love tricking yourself and making sure that you document it, like in your savings account, like he did. Put little cards in a box, right? Write it down. I put in $1,000 and put that in a box. Put account. So that when you want to feel like you've actually accomplished something, you open up the box, you look at those notes, and you say, wow, look, $1,000 here, $500 here, $200 here, $750 here, and you will feel good about all of that money that you put into that account. And that becomes the new dopamine hit, rather than going on Amazon and buying something that will only give you that dopamine hit for a little while, right? I mean, think about that feeling you get when you buy a new car. It's a great feeling, right? It smells good. It's a great car. You love it. But then after about 3 months or so, it's just like any other car. It gets you from point A to point B. And the money, however, that you put into your savings account or your investments, or what I like to refer to the engine that we're creating, is a huge dopamine hit. When I look back over all of the years that I would look at my investments and say, wow, I got to 200,000. Wow, I got to 300,000. Wow, I got to 500,000. Wow, I got to $1 million. That was in the year 2020, as I mentioned in the previous episode. I was elated. I could not believe it, because of all of the struggles I had when I was younger. And so that is a dopamine hit that is above and beyond any type of material item that I could have had. A large house, making the money that I've earned over the last 10 years or so, I could have bought a really big house. I could have a Mercedes in the parking lot or the driveway, I could be leasing a Mercedes. I could be living in a big 4 bedroom home with lots of furniture. But I chose not to do that. I chose to value the security and the freedom over material items. And I'll leave you with this. On YouTube, I've been watching a series. I got kind of hooked on it. What's it called? Homeworthy. I think it's called Homeworthy, where people, they come into people's homes and they show them everything that they own. I might do that on my channel. It would be kind of a joke, really, because I'll be like, look at this picture. I got it at Target. Isn't it wonderful? And, some of them must make so much money or have so much money. I'm talking millions and millions and millions of dollars for them to be, showing these big homes with all of these expensive items within it, etc. And that's all wonderful. It's just that I knew in my lifetime that would not happen for me. So I didn't want to pretend as though it was going to happen and make it look like it happened, because that's what most people do, don't they? They like to pretend like they're rich, even though they are not. They are poor. They may have a high income, but that means nothing. That has nothing to do with somebody's net worth. How much they are worth is much more than how much you own. Because a lot of people have big properties, but they owe mortgages, right? And then they still have to pay off the mortgage, right? So, anyway, thank you so much for this suggestion that came across my channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And the rest of you, if you have comments you want to make, anything that strikes you while you're watching my videos, feel free to put it in the comments below. I might just make